Previously on High Stakes Poker.
Round 3.
Bill Perkins chopped up a big one with Laak.
Guess I go home.
2 times? Really? You're so sick. Let me win.
We can just agree chop the pot.
No way, kid. I'm the favorite.
Come on.
I want to do it 6 times.
I know what you were thinking there.
Then he doubled through Mercier.
Sick hands. All in.
I guess. Okay, I call. I have a king.
I have king queen.
That's what I get for getting excited on the flop.
While Barry climbed out of his hole, beating Julian's pocket queens.
Come on. Call. I'm gonna show me a queen of spades.
Very Greenstein.
He's a consummate professional.
I'm all in. Yeah, all my ladies is jacked. Got my bullets and diamonds and I ain't holding back. I'm all in. Yeah, I'm going to kick it. Pocket rockets and taking it. You got what it takes. You can play high stakes. I'm all in. I'm all ladies ain't ladies unless they your ladies. It's your hand on the monster. That's what it takes. And if you got what it takes, you can play high stakes.
From the Bellagio, this is High Stakes Poker. I'm Norm MacDonald. We saw all different styles in our last group of players. Bill Perkins came for fun. He was there to entertain and to be entertained. Bob Voulgaris played tight as a rock but won the most money. Go figure. Barry Greenstein showed that no matter how well you play, facing trips every hand is going to get you stuck. Mike Baxter lost his amateur status. Mercier showed no mercy. Duhamel is looking for a do-over. Laak locked up a small win. And Julian Movazian, I still can't figure that guy out. Let's go to Kara Scott on the floor. She'll fill us in on the new lineup.
There are 2 players in the world with 10 World Series bracelets and 2 main event titles. They're both in our game here at the Bellagio. Doyle Brunson and Johnny Chan with very similar resumes, and tonight a very similar goal: win big pots. And $1.9 million is out there for that to happen. The competition on the felt will be fierce. Our toughest lineup yet features imaginative pros and a trio of businessmen who know their way around the poker table. We're expecting Phil Laak and Antonio Esfandiari to be up to their old tricks, who might even see a few push-ups. And Kid Poker Daniel Negreanu will be stopping by later. It's a lot to look forward to.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Johnny Chan play. He bought in for $200,000, as did all the players, except for Bill Klein, who bought in for $500,000. We have 2 other businessmen, one you've met before, Robert Croak, the Silly Bands guy, and Eric Bonetta makes his high-stakes poker debut. He's a high-end watch dealer, and his nickname is Rolex. My nickname is Casio.
Is that a 3D sandwich? Is that a 3D sandwich?
2,500. How much did they pay?
I love it. I love the wizard punishing the dunk.
The wizard Antonio is referring to, of course, Phil Galfond, a well-respected cash game player. This is his first appearance this season on High Stakes Poker.
Nah.
We'll see if he can perform some wizardry with Queen 9.
Can't get it.
That's 4,500.
18,200.
Laak says you're not running over me, pal.
It wasn't 2 or 3. 2 or 4.
It's an interesting line.
Bluffy?
Felt like a bluff.
That's definitely a bluff.
Felt like a bluff.
200 to an uncertain bet. 400 to the nuts. You want to flip that. Phil, what's up with your hand? 300 week.
What?
You couldn't get that one chip out.
Well, it was stuck under the. It was stuck under a couple of
On the
hundreds.
last show. And he's not even, like, if he wins 500, that doesn't go towards that. It just goes another 500 to charity.
That's different.
Really?
Yep.
That is strong.
That's very impressive.
I've never heard stronger. How about that? Bill, you are a good man. I wish I could do what you're doing.
That's supernova
I've
strength.
been a very lucky guy. I'm going to take care of people.
The player is referring to Bill Klein's charitable contributions.
So far.
Not only does he donate his winnings to charity, but he also matches his losses. Ace-king suited for Klein,
It's to you.
I got shot.
and 2 queens for Phil Laak.
Come on, that was 22.
Phil just calls Klein's $3,000 raise.
22 is dangerous because it can explode.
I did it voluntarily. I put on a bulletproof vest and let someone shoot me.
45 is a little more dangerous than 20.
Really?
Oh, bad timing for Galfond.
Johnny has spoken. I love it. Phil Galfond, the button bull. Here we go, you know?
Antonio just wants to start a fight.
I think the table's going to be a little more talkative today than it was the other day.
It feels like it. You know, I'm going to...
If Phil gets winner, it will be.
If he starts
Yeah,
winning,
if he gets stuck, he won't say a word.
If he gets stuck, he just sits there.
Yeah, I have to have talking chips.
Get him, Bill.
There's one thing about it. I bet it's not as slow as it was the day before yesterday.
No, it won't be. Wow, I like it. Is this the fifth hand?
Klein and Laak both opting to call.
I mean,
3-way to the flop. Good flop for Laak.
He's really slow, right? On TV,
Check.
terrible.
I recognize that flop, Antonio, when I had the 7-8 of clubs.
As the young folks say, Galfond C-bets.
7 of spades, how about pocket nines?
7-8 of clubs, huh?
How about pocket nines?
Turbo muck for Klein.
How does this guy know that?
I didn't tell him.
Do you really have nines?
Yeah.
How much?
See, you catch them lying.
I mean, but that's amazing if he didn't know. You know what we're talking
And
about?
Laak flat.
I was here.
And that'll do it for the young person
You
speak.
bet $40,000 on to the end.
Senior moment.
3 o'clock on the river.
8 of clubs makes the straight a stronger possibility.
You thought I was going to raise it and then dog it. Against most
That's
people.
big heart, man.
I actually decided I was going to represent a club if it came, and then I chickened out.
Well, that wouldn't have worked.
What are you going to call me with 2 9s?
No, I wouldn't have. But if I'd have had what I was
Would you have
supposed to
called with
have,
7-8?
I would have,
I
yeah.
shipped the river?
Yeah.
Tell you what, now, I bluff that one.
Bold move by Galfond.
Yeah.
Mr. Galfond. Wow. Oh, 4, 5, 6, 8. What do you got, ace 2 of clubs or something? 53. So if you got it, you're going to bet like 180 on the river. Felt me on the second hand. If you don't have it, you win, kid.
He bluffed you, kid.
I flopped the set. 100%?
You flipped the set?
Not 100, but 85.
Good raise pre-flop.
He just knows you can't call. I mean, he's smart.
I'll tell you after. I'll tell you the truth after.
I like that.
Pocketed 4 is no good.
You would have flopped the set?
Yeah, I have 4s. I would have made a little raise on the flop.
Dr. Galfond hurting Phil Laak. Starve, I bet you. Just hurt him, you know?
One more question. Is it binding when you say 4,200?
Yeah, of course.
Well, not of course.
I'll bet you Johnny Chan says it's of course.
I bet you Jack McClellan says it's fine.
Yeah. So I'll lay you 2-1 on Jack, and I'll bet you even money on Johnny Chan.
You're stealing my action.
How about this? I offered the bet, and then you jumped in on my action.
Oh, you're right.
How about that?
I'm a little tired. I thought it was my idea because I was getting ready to bet him, and then you were faster on the draw.
I mean, obviously we think it is, but
I'll bet you in that scenario.
I've certainly played where it's not binding.
Raise to 2,500. It's not we all playing bonding, right?
If you say a number, how can it? What?
It is to me. That's why.
That's what I thought.
4,200.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what's binding in this hand is Galfond raising with Jack 7 suited and Doyle calling with 8-5 suited.
400.
Huh. Phil Galfond still got me on curious tilt.
I'll tell you one day.
Curiosity tilt.
Flush draw for both players.
He bluffed you, kid.
You got plenty
Feels
of
like
hours to
He
figure
didn't
it
have a
out.
straight, I'll tell you that.
That's 6,000.
Doyle bets his.
Just min, raise, and win. Just reach down and find your staff. I know it's hard, but you know it's there, right?
I like to do that when I have the 7.
Right.
Yeah, just 7, not 7-9.
I don't need a 7-9 because it's a chopper on crush. He's gonna have 7-9.
Galfond calls. Uh-oh. This could cost a chunk.
Bet 14,000.
14,000 to start with. Raised to 36,000.
Raised to 36,000.
Yeah, hard hand to get away from.
Got a little action in this little high stakes poker season 9, huh?
It's definitely starting out strong.
Board pairs with queens. Pair did not scare Galfond. He bets 54,000.
54,000.
Come on.
54,000.
Looks bad.
The sick thing is I folded 2 4 diamonds under the gun.
What's so sick about that?
That would have been 3 flushes. It's hard to get a diamond on the turn when there's 6 diamonds out and there's only that many left. That's what's sick.
That's it.
Thank you. Lucky.
Didn't like the board pairing either.
No, I was a little worried.
Welcome back to High Stakes Poker.
If I could win 8,400 with this crew, that'd be great. You know, that meant everyone got destroyed. Phil Galfond won $1 million, and I didn't get destroyed.
Raised to 3,000.
Doyle isn't giving up on diamonds.
Sorry. Well, I can't win $1 million, right?
Esfandiari with King Jack.
An hour.
All right. Yeah, guys, give some back, kid.
Yeah.
Calls.
Lose 50 to me. No problem.
To me, I'm the nicer guy.
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
There's more future opportunities with me.
Antonio flops the best hand and checks.
No business, all that different.
I just wish I could go back to day one and had them having a drink on the
Klein takes a shot.
Japan and have you tell me your story and then be like, can I invest? Can I put in 50K? You know?
Ironically, there's a buddy of mine at the time, and I needed cash to finish 3 projects, and I almost sold off 25% of the company.
Antonio calls.
That time because I needed the cash. Thank God I didn't.
Heart on the
It would have
turn.
been like a 50 cents vitamin water deal.
Check.
Klein checks the nut flush draw.
So tenacity pays off.
And it's good that he did. He missed.
What were you over in Japan for? What was the business?
Other products that I do. It's a lot of fun.
Klein's thinking maybe his ace high is good.
How did you start out, like the very beginning?
Me?
And he calls.
I was in finance, actually. After college, I worked for some car dealers and started
Good
out.
answer.
And then,
Thank you, sir.
We had a family business that was a restaurant and bar that I took over, and then I added on more bars and restaurants, and that's really where I got my start. And then I just started buying other businesses and into other businesses that I liked. And that's really what it's been is, if I'm going to work this hard, I might as well do stuff I like.
Yeah.
So it's all
Absolutely.
pizza, you know, food, poker, you know, fashion.
Rubber bands.
Rubber, they're not just rubber bands.
Hater. They're silly hater.
They're not just
Now they have
rubber
silly
bands.
clips too. I saw Ellen.
Did you see the show about that, though?
No, I just
silly
watched
clips?
the thing on your website.
Yeah, the Silly Clips thing is was funny. She did a spoof about me on Ellen with Silly
keep your
Clips.
cards lower. I saw one red card. I thought it was
Really? Oh, okay.
I didn't do it on purpose.
You can tell everybody.
I thought
I
I
have
saw.
one red card, everybody.
Lock goes back to work.
One red card.
If you fold, just don't keep that to yourself. But if you played, you know.
Yeah.
Re-raise, 14,000.
So does Antonio.
Just keep it a little closer, too.
Kind of hurts me a little, the one red card bit.
Croak gets out of the way.
Couldn't be aces.
Yeah, but
I
now
wasn't sure
flop
what-
comes
I
down
think I
3
know what I
spades.
wasn't sure, so.
Exactly.
Just gonna check fold. Or if they're like 2 black jacks on them.
Antonio says, I only have ace high. And Phil Laak says, I don't believe you.
I wasn't 100% sure what it was.
Really? I only have ace high. I still don't believe you.
Yeah, because I could have. It's kind of I have an edge in the game, and everyone else doesn't. Okay. I think you're supposed to.
Okay.
You believe me now?
I know.
It'll be a little different if you just call it.
14,400.
14,400.
Yes, I do, and that's binding.
Yeah, an edge. Yeah.
I played that hand like a little girl.
Well, you weren't the only one.
To the jack of hearts.
What's that?
Was it jack of hearts?
No, but that would have been a sick flop for me. I had 3-5 of hearts.
Wow.
Laak gets his buddy to donate some money to him.
Antonio Esfandiari money, the sweetest type of money that you can.
Here we are at the majestic Bellagio playing high-stakes poker. Before the break, we saw Antonio making an ace-high call against his good buddy Phil Laak, and he talked to Kara about that hand.
The ace-king hand, you're playing against Phil Laak, and obviously you guys go way back. You know each other really well. How much more difficult is it to lose to him than anyone else?
That hand hurt. When he calls 13, 14,000 pre-flop, I know he has a pair or, something of that nature. And he's also the kind of player that would check down, ace-queen or ace-jack or ace-10 behind me. And so if I think I can get a showdown, then I don't mind just checking the ace. Against someone else, I would have always led the flop just to find out where I was at. So when he value bet the 9s, it was a mistake on my part to call. Losing to Phil hurts just because we're so competitive in our show. I bet you we were just trying to beat each other up as much as any two friends could. And so we are very competitive, and I really wanted to punish him. And I think I played the hand bad. I mean, I should have just folded the river, just because I know he's not bluffing there.
Antonio Esfandiari money, the sweetest type of money that you can get.
The story of the stack sizes can all be traced back to that one hand where Galfond and Brunson both had flushes.
But if he plays the hand, what should he do?
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I just said.
I mean, if you saw like his both,
okay, no.
If you saw like both whole cards, and you couldn't really play the hand ethically, I feel like.
But then, what if I have aces? You just go fold.
Well, no, you should play and then tell.
Galfond with big slick raises to 2,500.
Would you have 7s, 8s, or ace queen or ace king or something?
You're the worst.
Both blinds call.
Did I get the max as the worst player? Did I play it horribly and get the max? I might have. All you gotta do is bet the flop and turn. I fold. It's true. I was afraid you had a real hand until the river.
Best hand stays the best. Croak decides to represent the king and bets.
You don't want to win money? Whoever's up in the...
Oh, you guys have that.
No matter. To replace for something like that.
Galfond plays along. Croak remains determined. He is drawing dead. And Galfond remains accommodating. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. One of the stupidest sayings ever.
800.
Galfond wastes a perfectly good raise.
48,500.
The Galfond Show, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, if you keep catching hands, it's easy.
So King 10 ball.
Oh, now he's giving the I'm catching hands stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like online. If you just raise, well, what can they do? They have to fold, you know? How can they call? Just put pressure on. Just make sure they don't have a super premium hand and just drag the bar. Keep dragging that bar. You know, I'm a member of Blue Fire Poker. Did you know that, Chen and I?
I did know that.
Yep. I've watched about 4 hours of your PLO stuff now. I've watched about an hour of No Limit and 4 hours of PLO. Jennifer's watched about...
And you're still this hopeless?
Pretty much.
Guess that's not an endorsement for watching.
No, I want to watch it. In a dream world, I watch 2 hours a week, but it's been 6 months and I've gotten up to 5 hours. It's hard to sit and watch a video.
Hard to sit back and watch a video. Hard work.
It's hard work. Yeah, Rolex, punish him for trying to punish me.
Really trying.
He sees this as
he thought he had the button, so then
yeah, just punish him. I was getting a little, I don't know. I could have connected. If I connect, I'll be sick. Rolex, you're gonna do a job.
Maybe we do the real stare down now.
So Eric Bonetta in a hand against Antonio.
What do you call it? Club check?
Yeah.
Flush check.
We know Antonio likes to give money to watch dealers.
8,400. Raise 20,000.
A rooting interest, eh?
I wouldn't be this excited except it all started because he was just trying to hurt me. You know?
You did this.
Push up between you and Antonio, Phil.
He can crush me. He could crush me before my injury. And now it's not close. I can only do 10 if I'm in a suspended water situation. I have pain shards come up my arm when I apply pressure. I work it every day, three times a day.
Antonio's done with this hand. He's just thinking how much he hates Phil
You
Laak.
just carry a baseball, so I'm just... You do have something there, yeah.
They're a putty. I'm supposed to pretty much be constantly using this stuff.
And Rolex wins his first pot of the session.
Well done, Rolex.
It was small.
Teach him a lesson about trying to isolate the fish.
It was a moral victory.
Antonio reaching for chips.
The bag's coming out, boys. More flags.
200,000 more.
Flags.
Welcome back to the Bellagio. It's time for this week's High Stakes Legends.
The late Brian Roberts was given the nickname Sailor for his time serving in the Navy during the Korean War. Like his peers from Texas, Doyle Brunson and Amarillo Slim, Sailor was one of the original rounders. A nice guy away from the felt, but a fierce competitor on it. Sailor won the 1975 main event, his second bracelet. And although he died in 1995, Roberts is still discussed today, remembered for his classy gamesmanship and expert poker skill. Brunson called him the best all-around player of his era.
People love me. It's nice to be loved.
That's a straddle again.
Klein has decided to straddle, hoping it catches on.
Yeah, we're clarifying it was an optional straddle.
Raise to 4,000.
That's an optional raise.
Looks like Johnny Chan's going to play his first pot.
Get him, Johnny.
Johnny is in a pot. I am out of a pot.
Bonetta just calls with ace-queen of hearts.
Rolex has something to say about it.
I can't fold. I don't like folding. It's no fun.
You can't win if you fold.
3 good-looking hold'em hands to the flop.
Get anteed out.
Both Chan and Laak have open-ended straight draws, and Bonetta has a double gutter.
It's always the fun.
It's fun.
That's the fun.
I'm a big fan of that.
That's why you buy a fishing license.
Chan takes the lead.
That's why you buy the fishing license. Gotta get to the river. Well,
Well, we
eventually
will.
you might. Eventually you might.
Yeah.
Eventually you might.
Is it decent, Doyle?
Got a little pot over here, boys.
Putting lock on like queen 9 diamonds, just worried.
Yeah, you never know what could come on the turn, you know?
7 doesn't change anything in reality, but on the surface it sure looks scary.
Down.
Oh, really?
Never been announced. Remember that big pot she beat me?
Oh, God, yeah.
Actually, we split it. We dropped it twice.
Phil Laak says, I have a 9.
10,400.
Chan calls.
Snap call.
So does Rolex.
Play more hands if you call faster.
9 of diamond. One time.
Just to make it interesting?
Just to make it a little interesting for the viewers at home.
4 of diamonds gotta look scary. Players have to think somebody made a flush.
Ace high.
Ace high, that's a good hand.
Holy.
Worked out perfect for Bonetta.
King, queen, king, queen.
And a snap call.
I mean, I'm not folding those.
Both got
Bet 50 there, Johnny.
I thought he's on a flush draw.
Yeah, I thought he was on a flush draw too.
Yeah, I mean, I got.
Thanks for the small bet on the turn, though. We might have chopped if I'd bet more on the turn.
Sky's the limit right here.
I was just trying to get Antonio to go off on Doyle again.
Why are you picking on Doyle? Leave
I was
him
picking
alone.
on Antonio because then it.
It's been a tough month, boys. Don't be picking on me. I'm not in my best humor. Eric said I look like John.
See, like I should have
Johnny
raised
Ball.
because I don't like this. There's too many people.
And this wizened older.
still in position.
Days.
Yeah, but now I got like, I feel like 1 in 4 chance of winning instead of 1 in 2.
4 to the flop.
That's a feeling you have.
Galfond hits top pair. Flush draw for Johnny Chan. Wheel draw for Croak.
4, 5, 6,
4,000.
8.
What's 4, 5, 6, 8?
Phil Galfond robbed me.
Not Omaha.
He bet 50K.
Chan picks up more outs.
Check.
Galfond pretty confident with his kings.
18,000.
Johnny's going to at least call.
Go.
And there's the diamond.
$31,000.
Check. 31,000.
Galfond is trying to figure out what he could beat.
I don't think this is how you play a very good hand, but I don't think it's how you play a bad hand either.
These two don't play much together. There's not much history here.
Flush.
8-6 of them.
Nice hand.
Well, now there is.
Nice hand.
Okay.
Here's
Johnny. He's heating up.
It should be interesting between Johnny Chan and Phil Galfond. Talk about old school versus new
That was the
school.
last show. I mean, they had everybody on that show. They had Donald Trump, they had Bill Clinton, Obama.
Johnny's talking about the recreational players that will be playing on the next episode of High Stakes Poker.
Relax it.
Donald Trump, Obama, and Clinton.
Thank you.
Talk about a juicy game. There'll be lots of bluffing. Antonio loves to pick on Phil Laak's straddle.
Thank you, Rolex and Doyle.
Laak rooting for a Rolex and Doyle.
Make it that much harder, you know? It's like an auto 4K.
I understand. It's all good.
Antonio bets his bottom pair. Rolex throws away his threes. Doyle won't go for the gut shot. Phil Laak is the most disappointed of all.
Nice raggedy board.
I had a piece.
Yeah.
This is High Stakes Poker.
No, I'm good. That's fine. Go to the bathroom.
Straddle.
5 seconds.
Galfond with the straddle.
It's me, right?
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Right. Please. Thank you.
Couple of kings for Bonetta. Raises to 5,600.
Raise it 5,600.
Klein picks up ace jack. He calls. Doyle folds. So it folds around to Galfond's straddle.
When I'm here, they can get what?
And he doesn't want to give it up.
Pretty much. Or one of these. That one, I don't know.
This flop could get Klein in trouble.
Count on where.
After every hand.
Every hand just loves counting his money.
You do it in tournaments too?
Sometimes I go to the safe and I'm disheveled, unorganized money like Johnny has. I get anxious. And I'm thinking, well, if I could win it, I'll fix it. You know? It's true. The one
Nice catch, Bill.
One with that red thing around it.
I don't know, it's pretty lucky. I like the red.
Lucky, yeah, but it's not squared away.
It's called a silly band, Phil.
Silly
Come
band,
on.
yeah.
I thought Rolexes had good timing.
10, back and forth, all organized. None of the things, all the edges have to be out. You know, it's important.
Why?
Klein strings him along.
We got a pot.
We got a pot.
Let's do a waterfall. I love waterfalls.
Water slides are good too.
Check it.
You do that with your money, Phil, and I do it with my T-shirts.
I have about 100 T-shirts that are very organized, and they're all folded in such a way I can see this part.
Here
of
I am.
Open the
The girl that does my laundry gets yelled at frequently when the T-shirts aren't perfect in the stacks of
I
styles.
want to be able to see it open
Stack
up.
of yellows.
Oh, yeah.
Systematic like 100%.
80,000.
80,000 is the best.
T-shirts cost more than just like
Don't think I'm ahead, but I don't like
You
folding.
got to go looking in the...
I like those.
I don't have a jack. That makes you any happier.
It's nice. T-shirt. That's all I needed to make me happy.
Rolex is thinking.
Hurts my head.
Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. Tick.
I fold.
Good lay down.
Nice hand, Mr. Bill.
Oh my God, 2 king.
Show him the queen 10.
There's always a 9, right?
There is always a 9. How are there so many 9s?
Oh, there's one every flop.
Every flop.
Bill Klein slow played his trips, but he could not extract any more money on the river.
Got one guy. That's what he's looking for.
Next hand, he'll raise.
That's what he's looking for.
Action on croak. Laak raises with king deuce. We know, Phil. You got gamble. Speaking of gamble,
Love when Phil opens and Galfond 3-bets. It's just so pure, you know?
Galfond raising to 10,500.
It's that easy, kid.
Yeah, I know.
These
I
old
open
seasoned-
with a non-group A hand.
these
That was your
seasoned
first mistake.
veteran pros, you know? They just fold.
Back for more high-stakes poker. 2.1 million on the table, up for grabs.
Straddle.
Strudel.
Mr. K is in the house.
Klein straddles again.
10,000, huh? Phil Galfond?
Not sure why you even look at your cards.
Raise 3,500.
It looks bad. If he doesn't look and
That's
he
the part-
raises,
that's
then...
the part. Yeah, that's the part that always gets me.
Yeah.
Why does he even bother looking?
Then you know that he doesn't know. This way,
This way you think that,
Oh, there's
there's a
that maybe
possibility
I'll
that he
look
actually
down
has
at
a
a
hand.
7-4 and just fold it.
I don't think you looked at one card that time.
I can't tell. I've got Antonio's wall of money there, so I can't really see much.
Something for everybody. Croak has top pair, Klein has a flush draw, and Galfond the open-ended straight draw.
5,500.
Klein raises with his flush draw. Galfond calls. I doubt Croak will re-raise.
Call.
Could be some interesting turn cards here.
One more. I go two
Two
more.
more
Right?
thousand make you lucky. Good luck.
You have to look at the flop first, or the turn.
There is an interesting turn card, and it's for Phil Galfond. He makes the nut straight. Klein continues betting his flush draw. Galfond is grabbing some serious ammo. $67,000.
67,000.
Wow.
That sends Croak a message.
Because I have to fold.
Klein doesn't know that if he hits his straight, he'll only chop the pot. Robert Croak doesn't care who wins this pot. Klein calls. Nearly a $200,000 pot now. A disappointing red card for Klein. Looks like Klein's creative juices may be flowing. They sure are. He bets $150,000.
Not the best river. Maybe the worst river.
I don't want to say it out loud. It's what I was thinking.
Klein's trying to represent a full house.
I think I was okay. Yeah, I was fine with the spade. 150? How much down that? What else could you have called with?
Galfond falls for it.
Nice hand.
If you were bluffing, which
really.
Holy that's Bill.
Really you are sick.
Whoa, you're sick.
All right, man.
You one more.
Yeah, Antonio, before even you are halfway through it, if you were bluffing, this would be a good time to show. Bill knew that. Bill knew the ropes. He was like, all right, this is a nice time to show.
All right,
150 with 10 high.
But there was a 9 out there.
There was a 9.
Yep.
It looked
the
like
9
that's the only reason it made me do it.
Holy
He knows.
That's going to be on News, Views, and Gossips with people saying Galfond made a good fold, but they didn't know how sick Bill was. And then with the sickness meter, maybe it was a calling, huh?
That was poetic.
Oh, I had ace-jack with the ace of spades.
Oh, very nice hand.
Bill Klein gets a standing ovation from the pros, including Phil Galfond.
Next time on High Stakes Poker.
It's Johnny effing Chan, kid.
The Orient Express gets on a roll.
5, how you show me, huh? Do you see my hand? Do you see my cards?
The Unabomber gets snake bit.
I play tight. Do you think they're noticing how tight I'm playing?
I would apologize to America right now if I were you.
So much for trying to bluff Phil Galfond.
And Texas Dolly goes for it all.
I'm all in.
I'm all in.
One's all I've looked at. Look here.
Oh, my Lord.